So, hello. Today I'm going to talk about something that I do that I think a few other people in the world are doing, but I'm not sure how many. And that is increasing the stiffness of the sides dramatically over what's normal in guitar making. Now, I do this specifically to create a more solid platform for the top and to decrease the amount of energy going from the top into the sides and then into the back. I really don't want that. I've done tests that show that certain areas of the sides can vibrate in and of themselves and reinforce certain frequencies, and I don't want that to happen. Now, normally you would use something like this as a lining to increase the size of what you're gluing your top and your back onto, because this is only a 1/16 of an inch thick. It's really not going to hold anything, right? So this is a normal kind of lining. This is actually a reverse lining that adds a little bit of stiffness, although not much, because as you can see, there's a whole lot of side left here that is not stiffened, and so these areas in between here can actually vibrate and create harmonics that you don't necessarily want. At least I don't want them. So anyway, I used to do this a lot, use these kind of linings. They're superior to the old-fashioned kind that doesn't have the veneer on the back, but it doesn't do the whole job. So I went to this style, and in this case I'm using fir. I'm able to create this using form with all sorts of jigs here, able to glue this on, glued up with the forms. I'm using polyurethane glue in this case, largely because it fills gaps, and it's better, I believe, for all these little curves to be filled up as much as possible with something. I've used other glues in the past, and although it's held fine, it didn't have the filling ability that the polyurethane has. And polyurethane also allows a longer working time. Lining, full lining, has been installed on the maple sides, and this is what we're looking at. It's pretty stiff. You can see it's not doing much there in terms of movement, with some pretty strong force. Now, this is an example of a guitar that I never finished, and this happens to be similar to maple. It's a myrtle, Oregon myrtle, and as you can see, it's really floppy. Now, this is the same thickness roughly as the maple, but without any linings in it other than just the blocks themselves. So you can see that there's a dramatic difference. You can see that it's vibrating a lot, and the difference should be pretty astounding. There's a much higher frequency when I tap on that. It's much stiffer. I'm putting more pressure on this than I did on this other one. This one, you just wiggle it like that, you can see it go crazy. This one, not moving. So you can see there's a dramatic difference in how much vibration, or at least what frequencies of vibration, the fully lined sides are going to be allowing or enhancing compared to a similar type of wood here. So, huge difference.